How will these overnight cues impact our own markets? We have our research team joining in to tell you what the trade setup looks like, the stocks that are likely to be in the news, and the action from the F&O space as well. Hey guys, a very good morning to all of you. Well, Hormaz, let me come across to you first up. What is the market setup looking like today?
The market setup looks slightly mixed right now. The last week was a good one and a not so good one as well. Now, I'll tell you what the good bit first. The good bit is that the Nifty Bank outperformed the Nifty on a weekly basis for the first time in almost 2 months. Now, the last week, the Nifty Bank was up around 2.5% compared to the 2.3% that the Nifty gained. And the last time that this happened was back in December of last year, the week that ended on December 8th, when the Nifty Bank had gained around 5.5% compared to the 3.5% gain in the Nifty. The other good bit was the Nifty made another record high on Friday, 22,126. Now that's where the good part ends. The not so good bit was after making that record high, the Nifty sold off sharply, and it both closed higher, but it ended almost 300 points off the highest point of the day. The Nifty Bank also, now even after outperforming last week, it is still the weaker among the two, because after making that intraday high of 46,892 on Friday, the Nifty Bank corrected almost 900 points from the day's high, and it closed below the 46,000 mark, which is this resistance band that has been there for the index. Now, even in the last 11 sessions, the Nifty Bank has closed above 46,000 only twice. Now, the Nifty also has closed at 21,850, exactly at that range where there has been a resistance band before Reliance Industries took it higher. And speaking of Reliance Industries, the stock had its best week in almost 2 years last week, and it gained almost 8%, and it was the primary contributor to the Nifty up move, and it has posted a weekly loss only twice since November of 2023. There has been a significant contributor, and it's the other bit that has done well is the PSU index, and it's an event heavy week as well. The Park Hotels IPO opens today, Bharti Airtel, and a slew of other earnings as well. The handover from Wall Street has been good. The Asia is relatively lower this morning, and the GIFT Nifty is indicating a slightly mixed start to the trading day today. Back to you.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Hormaz, for that. But other stocks that will be on our radar, Upasana is joining us now. Hey, Upasana, good morning.
Hey, good morning. First up is SBI. The company's reported weak set of numbers. NI is up just about 5% on YoY basis, while PAT is down almost about 35% on YoY basis. While the asset quality of the company improves, GNPA at 2.4% versus 2.7% on quarter-on-quarter basis. Well, next up is Tata Motors. The company has reported a good set of numbers. Big beat on earnings, revenue up almost 25% on YoY basis, while the operating margin stands at 13.9% versus 10.9%. While we are working with a poll of almost 12.9%. Next up is UPL. The company has reported losses much higher than expected, and the management expects Q4 to be weak as well. In terms of revenue, they are down about 28% on one-web basis, and margins are seen at 4.2% versus 22.2%. The company has reported loss versus profit seen last year. Next up is Aurobindo Pharma. The US FDA has inspected Unit 3 of a formulation manufacturing facility of Eugia Pharma Specialist, which is a wholly owned subsidiary situated in Telangana, from 22nd Jan to 2nd February 2024, and the inspection was closed with almost 9 observations. That's the reason the stock will remain in focus today. Next up is KPI Green. The company bags order for almost 15 megawatt from Ather Industries for executing solar power project. And next up is Cochin Shipyard. The company has been awarded a contract of 150 crores by Indian Navy for medium refits of 2 vessels. Next up is Paytm. Morgan Stanley Asia has bought almost about 50 lakh shares at 487 rupees. And lastly, Bajaj Finance will be in focus. The company has entered into a shareholders agreement to acquire almost 7% stake in RMBS Development Company.
Okay, all right. That is a long list of stocks, but a lot to talk about the F&O space as well. Mangnam is joining us now. Hey, Mangnam.
Good morning. So, on Friday, the Nifty ended mildly higher, the Nifty Bank in the red, but remember they hit record highs as well. So, from highs, we did see a bit of a decline on both the Nifty, and the Nifty Bank was down almost 1,000 points, and as a result of which we saw some weakness in the overall market. But, there was still some purchase in the cash market by both the DIIs as well as the FIIs. And if you just take a look at the index futures space as well, the fact that we moved higher on the Nifty, FIs bought about 600 crores in index futures. They covered a few short positions, added some long positions as well. And as a result of which their long exposure is 33%, which as compared to last week's low was just about 22 odd percent. So at start of series, the FIs were net short to the tune of 1.1 lakh contracts. And now that's come down to around 75,000 contracts itself. though there is resistance at the top, and that's something that we're witnessing with the Nifty 22,100 call being written pretty aggressively. 21,900 put, on the other hand, has been written as well. So what do these levels mean? That levels upwards of 22,100, most notably the record high of 22,126 that we hit on Friday, would be a bit of a congestion, but at the lower level, 21,650 to 21,750 would be the support zone itself. For the Nifty Bank, however, it crossed both the 20 and the 50-day moving average on Friday, but thereafter it fell below that as well. So, the level that you're watching out for on the way up as a resistance is the 20-day moving average first, and at the lower level, you're looking at the 100-day moving average, 45,415. In terms of stocks, there are a lot to watch out for. Hindustan Copper has entered F&O ban among all the other stocks which are in the F&O ban. And then we have a lot of long positions added on oil marketing companies like HPCL and BPCL, and some shorts covered their positions on IOC. Let's see where they go.
Okay, all right. Thank you guys for joining us and prepping us up for this trading day ahead. We'll still